Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is KarQ. Welcome to the KarQives, the KarQ Archives YouTube channel, my second channel where I do a lot of gameplay, tier lists, and whatever content, all live from my stream at twitch.tv/KarQ. We've got the chat chilling down here. You get to come and participate in some of these tier lists, watch some cool gameplay, maybe some variety, and all that fun stuff. Today, we had a suggestion from chat, which is to make a tier list on best supports to play at every rank. So I'll start with bronze. This is totally my first take. I did not mess this up the first time. No way, Jose. Let's go down the list. So I will make a disclaimer right now. This is just my opinion, and you always have to remember, generally the way this tier list is gonna go is that the lower the rank this is, the lower the rank, the lower I'm gonna place high skilled heroes. If I put a hero down, I'm gonna right off the bat, I do not recommend playing Anna in bronze because there's just too many things to worry about. Land your shots, land your nades, land your sleep darts, land some DPS shots. You have to just manage your positions. There's too many things, and some people can be like, well, I'm an Anna main at bronze. I disagree with you. If you disagree, that's fine. Give me your justification. It's all good. But if you're looking to shake things up and you're hard stuck in bronze and you're an Anna main, maybe don't play her for now until you play an easier hero that you'll have an easier time with, like Moira, for example, which is all just healing. You just hold the button down, just pee on them all, and then you just toss an orb in them and pop your coalescence. Like, it's just a lot easier to find value than at this point. You could work on little things like positioning, game sense, and then you can come back to Anna maybe once you climb the ranks. So this tier list is here mostly to shake things up if you literally just can't figure out what to do. Okay, cool. So with that being said, again, I place Anna there for those reasons. I'll place Moira up here for that reason. Baptiste we'll put on still good. I actually originally had him on great because I felt like you could just aim at the, like, unlike Anna, you can just aim at the ground and you can't possibly miss, can you? You just aim at the ground for immortality field. That's not very hard. But since this is totally my first take and chat didn't tell me that I'm underestimating bronze Baptiste, they still miss apparently when they aim at the ground. So we're gonna bump him down to still a good choice. Definitely still easier than Anna. Not as easy as Moira. Still a lot to manage, but with Baptiste, you can just press a regen burst, get lots of healing for your team close by, shoot the ground. Sometimes you'll look up and shoot the enemy, hopefully. And hopefully you don't miss your lamp, and hopefully your ultimate, your Ant Matrix, is put in a spot in which maybe your teammates or yourself can find some value. So Baptiste is still a solid choice in bronze. Brig, I would only play Brig if you feel comfortable. I will say a lot of bronze Brigs kind of stand there and do nothing a lot of times. They'll hold their shield up, but they won't really be looking for active whip shots to proc their inspire passive. Like, they can just like heal pack people, which I've seen, which is solid, great, but like the raw output of a heal pack on the right, like they probably don't pack the right targets, which are, by the way, tracers. Like anybody that's like very squishy and like really mobile in the distance, you should probably throw your heal packs on. Your other supports, your tracers, your Genjis, those are high priority. Like tossing your heal pack on a Reinhardt that's holding a shield and he's at 450 HP out of 500, probably not worth it, but bronze Brigs wouldn't know that. So you'll miss out on a lot of what Brig is good at by playing Brig here, but I would only play it if you're comfortable. I would say so far, yeah, Moira and Bap, you'll get way more value on off the bat. Same with Lucio. His movement is actually one of the hardest in the game to master. Just being able to wall scam, like tap strafe. Well, not tap strafe, that's an Apex term, but you can like air strafe. You know, great movement, rollouts, knowing when to like boop to peel, good amps. Like all that kind of stuff is a lot to manage. What I will say, a quick tip for my bronze Lucios, just shoot your gun more. Every time I watch a bronze Lucio, they're kind of just dancing on the floor and they're just observing and hoping their aura is just doing the work for them. They literally don't shoot their green Oreos. Or they'll shoot one set of 4 green Oreos and they'll just start reloading. Dude, just spam. Shoot the gun. And then the problem with Lucio and bronze is that a lot of teams won't utilize the speed boost correctly. They won't disengage correctly. They won't engage with it correctly. So play it if you're comfortable, but you'll find more value with these two. Mercy, we're gonna put on great because you can't really mess up Mercy. Like, yes, you can get caught a lot of times, but as long as you have a beam on somebody, whether it's heal or damage, like immediate value, which is great. This relies on too many factors to be correct and hit. This one, put a beam on someone, you're immediately adding value. Now for Zenyatta, I actually wanted to bump him up here, but I think most of the chat was like, I don't know. I've seen some, I'm in bronze, or my so-and-so and friend or girlfriend, brother, whatever is bronze. And I've seen some bronze Zenyatas. They don't really shoot correctly. Sometimes they forget to orb people, and he's very vulnerable. So I'll just say, I'll play it if you're comfortable. If you can just, hopefully, maybe I'm underestimating it, just remember to put an orb, a Discord orb on somebody, and to heal orb somebody. The ABCs of Zenyatta. Is your Discord on somebody? Is your healing orb on somebody? And are you in cover? Or are you behind a shield or something? A lot of chat is saying they don't recommend Zen in low ranks. The team won't focus the person that's discorded and he's too vulnerable. Okay, maybe not then. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna put him on do not recommend. I understand that. Nobody capitalizes on Discord. They're gonna forget to orb somebody half the time and they might miss their shots. So you know what? We'll put do not recommend. That's bronze. Now, moving on to silver, not much changes. I like one of my chatters quote, Muffin. He said, silver is just a little bit more coordinated bronze, which is a good way to put it. So with that being said, if there's a little more coordination, maybe we'll bump Zen up here to play him if you feel comfortable. You can probably, hopefully remember your orbs a little bit more. Hopefully you Discord somebody who was fighting. Maybe you get value off of that. That's probably all I would change in silver. If you skipped in the timestamp just to hear silver, just go back and watch the bronze thing. It's basically, the rationale there is the same, unless you're just skipping here just to look at the image. If so, shame on you. Listen to me talk. I'm just kidding. But we'll bump it up here. Baptiste players might start getting better at silver, but I mean, he's still good. Like, there's nothing wrong with Bap, but I think in silver, you still get like Moira and Mercy. You just can't beat the immediate value there. That's for sure. All right, let's move on to gold. Now, this is where things start shaking up. This is one of the more common ranks of Overwatch. The majority of players are in gold here. The majority of players are in gold. I would actually not have anybody in the do not recommend area. Once we're past this point, we can probably omit the entire bottom row at this point. Because at this point, theoretically, you could play any hero at this point. Like, everybody goes like, what should I play at this rank, Theoretically, you could play any hero. Somebody has one-tricked any hero you've thought of to top 500 at any point, right? There's been one trick of Moira, one trick Mercies, one trick whatever, one trick Balls, one trick Bastions that have made it to top 500. As long as you're really good and you're really comfortable on it, you can make it work. But I will say in gold, I'm gonna bump down Moira to 1. Still a good choice, but here in gold, I've seen some pretty good gold players here and there. Like, there's some shining golds that are like pretty solid. And this is where I think I can bump Moira down. It's starting to get to this point where Moira might be a bit more situational, because if you're playing like the comp, like, I don't know, Winston Diva. Some people do run Lucio Moira on Winston Diva and pro play, but that's on very specific maps. Like, maybe if you're running like Moira with the Winston Diva attacking Gibraltar, you might not have a good time, for example. So this is where she starts becoming a bit more situational. And I think at this rank, so let's start from the top. Bap is great here. This is where people won't mess up their immortality as much. Mercy's still good. You can fix mistakes with the res. Moira bump down. And Anna, if you're comfortable. Yeah, I know some people say people in gold, there's some great Annas. That's why I say, if you're good on Anna, you can totally play it here. If you're good on Zen, you can totally play it here. If I were to order them correctly in here, I'd probably do it like this then. I'll bump Lucio up here. Lucio tends to be a lot more helpful in gold for sure. Okay. We'll do it like this for gold. Now let's move on to platinum. Now in platinum, I'm actually just going to start again. I'm going to remove that entire bottom row moving forward, because you could play anything, and I'm going to rename them to play if it works in the comp. Platinum, let's put Mercy down to still good. I will put Anna at good now. Pretty good in platinum. Play if it works. That's good. Play it if it works. In the comps. I'm gonna bump Anna now in platinum because a lot of people are gonna find value in her. I'm gonna bring Mercy down. I'm gonna bring Moira down now because Moira here, Platinum is the rank. It's actually above average now because I think the most common rank is gold. If we're in Platinum, we're above average. Theoretically, you're only supposed to play Moira in specific compositions now, like if it works in the comp. Same with Lucio, you only play it with specific heroes. This is where like you can play Baptiste with literally anything. Almost everything at least. But Bap is great choice. Anna's pretty good now in Platinum. Mercy's still good. I think Lucio starts to shine a bit more here. Same with here. Even with dive, you can run Bap. No, well, yeah, that's the exception, but more times than not, you'll find more value with Baptiste in most choices. The fact that you can self peel, you don't have to worry too much. Is this good? Yeah, we're gonna bump Moira down to the bottom here. All right, and now let's switch to Diamond Plus. Now, if you're a Masters or Grandmaster player, you're probably not watching this tier list. And if you're in Diamond, you're probably in the top, you're in the top 10% of players if you're Diamond and above. That's pretty good. So I'm just gonna categorize the rest of the ranks and we're gonna put it like this. Actually, that's probably the more accurate team composition in this current meta. There it is. Diamond Plus. Baptiste is probably just the best support out of all of them. He does everything. If you go to the top 500 leaderboards, the most played hero is Baptiste by every single top support player. And then if you're just a hard like Anna main, if you're like a hard Mercy main or whatever, like you have those occasional one tricks or mains in top 500. But if you go look at the ladder right now, everyone's playing Baptiste. Just play Bap. For me, I tend to play a lot of Anna and I kind of just play it because she's my main. So I know this kind of looks kind of dumb, but let me explain each one and what situations to play it in to at least find some more value in this tier list if you skipped it all the way here. The Bap tier. Okay, so again, why Baptiste right now? When they buffed his window, he just is disgusting how big that thing is. So everybody can pretty much use it. Immortality Field is still a very powerful ability at Diamond and beyond. The fact that it's an oh shit button and it saves multiple people against multiple ultimates, really good. Diamond Plus is where the Baptiste start to learn how to DPS a lot more. Now, if you don't DPS as Baptiste, you're kind of playing him wrong, in my opinion. Go look up a top 500 Baptiste player and you'll see that a lot of them actually have more damage done than healing done per 10 minutes because his gun is better than a Hemlock from Apex. It is a disgusting weapon. He does way too much damage. And if you need to heal and be a heal bot, you can. 70 for a direct splash. Your aim is pretty good at Diamond Plus. AoE healing. You press regen burst. You heal everybody else without even worrying. He just does it all. He's played in almost 90% of the comps, maybe except for like heavy dive. Now, and I say play if it works in these tiers is like, if there's a comp specific for it, you can play everything else. Anna works best in a lot of Winston-based compositions right now, so I've seen. Like Winston Zarya is probably the most common. Winston Zarya with Anna Brig is very good. But anything with like Reinhardt comps and Sigmas, Orissas, any ground-based heroes, Baptiste just got you covered, right? Maybe not like Diva Ball or like Diva or Winston Ball or Winston Diva is when like I wouldn't play Bap. Lucio, same thing. You just play it if it works with the composition. Play it with Reinhardt's, anything with speed. You're running some sort of rushy brawl stuff with Reinhardt and Sigma, and or like sometimes like the super brawl with like Winston Diva on low base maps. It could work with Lucio. Brig is situational. Play it if it works. Play it to counter. So a lot of games I played today in top 500, I noticed that common dive is still a pretty common comp right now. If they're running heavy dive, you just switch to Brig. That's what everybody does right now. Just makes it easier. Peel for your other support. Zen is situational with if you have a Brig, you can play Zen Brig to play on long map sight lines like Busan Sanctuary, even Busan Mecha Base. I saw some teams run Zen Brig. That's solid. Moira, honestly, I'll put Moira at the least played supports here at this rank in Diamond Plus. Any comp that works with Moira, you can just play Baptiste as a substitution. That's it. Like Lucio Moira is probably the best combination you can make with Moira at this point. And if you're gonna run Lucio Moira, you might as well just run like Lucio Bap. Unless you're Nolan. Unless you just play DPS flank Moira. That's like the only different play style I've seen. But I see her so infrequently at the higher ranks. Mercy, situational for sure. Play it with like flying heroes, Ashe, Hanzo. You don't need to play it with Widowmaker as much. For some reason, I noticed in my Diamond games when I was playing unranked GM DPS, my Mercies like to pocket me with damage boost on Widow. You actually don't really need to damage boost the Widow that much. She either hits the headshot or she doesn't. It doesn't really change the breakpoint to kill anybody except for Tracer and Baby Diva. So you can res the Widow if she messes up in a Widow duel, but you don't actually need to sit with damage boost on the Widow. That's a common mistake. But yeah, that's basically Diamond Plus, Diamond Master GM. Play BAP, everything else, situational. Cool? Let me know if you guys agree or disagree in the comments below. I'll see you guys next time.